Hello dear friends, this is Mo the Americanoid with our friend of all times, Jesus, the reason we live, the reason we exist. And Jesus was a great teacher of all times, and he teaches us a lot in the Bible, my favorite book. But I also like reading other books. And one book that I just finished reading, and our friend Clever asked me, why don't you comment on this book? Why don't you make a quick review? So, the book that I just finished reading is called Globish, and the author is Robert McCrum. This book, Globish, is based on the concept of global English, telling the story of English from the past to the present, being spoken everywhere in the world, from India, China, Singapore to Brazil, from north to south, spoken everywhere. And this language then is called now, in a way, Globish, global English. It doesn't belong to one person or to one group of people only anymore. And the Bible talks about languages a lot. And one first quotation that we find in the Bible related to languages is found in the first book of the Bible called Genesis. Genesis chapter 11, verse 1. It says the following: Now the whole world had one language and a common speech. And in verse 5, the Lord said, But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower that the men were building. The Lord said, if as one people speaking the same language they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and confuse their language so they will not understand each other. So the Lord scattered them from there over all the earth, and they stopped building the city. That is why it was called Babel, because the Lord confused the language of the whole world. From there the Lord scattered them over the face of the whole earth. So God himself knew that there would be no limits for what we could do if we spoke one single language, for good or for bad things. Unfortunately, we tend to do bad things a lot, but one language that is nowadays English can unite us, especially if we put English and the Bible, information and transformation, because it doesn't matter if you're here or there or anywhere else, north, south, east, west. Remember, Jesus will go there with you. Bye!